Hello there! Another faction for Dead Man's Hand, taken from the Legend of Dead Man's Hand expansion. This time we're on to the Renegade Indians. Which, they're Indians, let's face it. Because of the white men taking over and training, maybe probably enslaving them, well, let's face it, they did, and train them how to use weapons and such. They're going to turn on them and use their own weapons, very ironically. So the faction, excuse me, so you have to have one chief, you can't have any more, but you have to have one. Pistol, hand weapon. 5 hit points, nerve of +1, shoot of +1, hand value of +2, reputation of 6. 0 to 1 dog soldier, so you can have at least one, but you can't have no more, but you don't have to have any. He has a pistol and a hand weapon. His stats: hit points of 4, nerve of 3 plus, shoot of +2, hand of +1, reputation of 5. So you've got to have at least 2 warriors. You can have more, but you have to have at least 2. Sorry, not 1, 2. Hand weapon plus a pistol, rifle or repeater. Hit points of 4, nerve of 4 plus. Shoot, no bonus, +1 and hand. Reputation of 2. So you can have at least 4 braves. You can have up to 4 braves. You can't have any more, you can't have any less. Or you can have some less. You don't have to have any, but you can only have up to 4. Hand weapon. That's it. So hit points of 3, nerve of 6 plus, shoot value of -1, hand value of no bonus, 1 reputation. So pretty cheap, but you get what you pay for. So they have 3 abilities. Hand weapon. All Indian renegades with pistols as their sole weapon are armed with a fighting knife, tomahawk, war club or similar close combat weapon. This confers an additional +1 to their hand value. This is going to make them really good in close combat, especially braves. Braves are going to be pretty good in combat. So the second one, keen as the hare. Once per turn, a model may move 20 centimeters when using the duck back interruption instead of the normal 10. So you're trying to get them closer to the foe, ignoring any sort of shooting at them. Best they can, of course. And the third one, counting coup. This ability may be used once per game when an opposing model is killed by one of yours in hand-to-hand combat. The killer may make an immediate 10 centimeter move if the move results in getting in base-to-base contact with another enemy model. An immediate hand-to-hand fight is resolved. If the target of the attack survives and has not yet activated, he may break off from the combat, as normal. See, it does make it clear where you don't really want to get in combat. You really don't. So their special cards are actually using a hand. In case you didn't know what a hand was before, that was a hand. So the first one, the Jack, war cry. You are a warrior. You have tested yourself countless times before. With a blade in your hand, you are unstoppable. You scream your war cry and charge towards the nearest fool. The look of horror upon his face is enough to let you know you will be victorious. This card allows a model to automatically enter hand-to-hand combat with a move action, overriding the rule that a model must stop when it gets 2 centimeters away from an enemy model. Does what it says on the tin really. It gets you in combat quicker. So the Queen, eyes of the hawk. The spirit of your ancestors is strong within you. You feel their power flowing through you. You search the spirit world looking for a guide. You soar above the battlefield looking down
on the men below. Suddenly, everything is clear. You come back down to earth knowing what needs to be done.
This card may be played at any time. When it is played and the rest of the cards in the player's hand when it is played and the rest of the cards in the player's hand are discarded. So you've really got to get rid of the entire hand to play this card effectively. The discard pile and deck are shuffled, and the same number of cards, i.e. this card plus the ones in the hand that were discarded, are redrawn by the player. So it does say you have to get rid of your hand pretty much and play this card as well, shuffle them all in, then draw the same amount, which nothing wrong with that. It gives you a bit more leverage really. Bit of a risk because you might not get the ones you want, but bit of leverage. So the king.
Move about like the wind. You and your men have hunted since you were boys, tracking your prey, moving swiftly and silently. All that practice has helped, even here in the canyons created by the building all around. You whistle, the sound carries, and your men know what it means. Each one silently advancing towards the enemy.
This card may be played at the start of a turn before any models are activated. All models in the Indian renegade gang may make a 10 centimeter move. This move is free and does not affect activation. This move is free and does not activate activation. Use action or counter shooting modifiers for either side. So you're going to make a free move really. Literally a free move. So the final card, the ace.
War dance! The drums sound louder around the town. The echoes are added to by the voices of your warriors, as each man chants his own death song, ready for the fight ahead. Many brave men have fled before the fight has even started in the face of the sound.
Play at any time. No opposing model may take an interrupt action for the rest of this turn. Well, it's pretty good. I mean, if someone's going to duck into a building, you stop it with that. So the Indian faction, the Indian gang, you make sure you get them in combat. That's where they are the strongest and where they do most damage. Well, they really are really good. Problem is, if you want your braves to be good in combat, you keep them with pistols. So you either keep them really close combat orientated, or you're not going to have them doing that. So with that,
I fare you well. Goodbye.